Well, this is a video about when I sailed back from Southampton to Sydney on the Fair Sky in November 1960. I was the chief escort for a party of little brothers. There were 40 of them, which we brought back to Australia. This is the Southampton docks, where we boarded the ship. Now we have proceeded out into the Bay of Biscay, and for those I think it was about 2 or 3 days it took to cross the Bay of Biscay, and it was very, very rough, but there were some people that managed to find time to walk the decks, and the restaurants were pretty empty as well, but I managed to enjoy my spaghetti bolognese, which was the main dish of this Italian shipping line, as you can imagine. Now we have reached the coast of Spain, in the distance there. That's Ben Cropp and the other escort, Warren. The Spanish fishing boats out there collecting fish. Another little one there, a little puff of smoke coming out of his funnel. And we have come through now into the Mediterranean, and everybody's starting to enjoy the warmth that is starting to happen. As you can see, the deck is very crowded, but we all enjoyed getting up there in the sun. A passing ship. We are now heading to the entrance to the Suez Canal. The various flags which are being flown on the masthead of the ship. And the passengers are out there with their binoculars, eager to see we're making landfall at the Suez Canal. This was an American aircraft carrier, but I can't remember the name of the ship. Here is the pilot boat, and our pilot is going to take us through the Suez Canal. And of course, you would expect to see an Egyptian dhow sailing down the river. There's the American ship again, the aircraft carrier, but I cannot remember its name, unfortunately. We see lots and lots of these fishing boats at the beginning of the Suez Canal, and now we're approaching Portside. These are the Bun Boats that came out from the ship, laden with all sorts of souvenirs and things. And if you bought something, you would lower a basket from the ship, and they would put what you bought in the basket. As you can see, all the ropes there going up the side of the ship. Now we went ashore in Portside for a few hours. Unfortunately, we weren't able to visit the pyramids. This is a typical Portside Street, one of the market stalls there, lots of tomatoes. Looking back on the ship. More in the streets of Portside, rather primitive forms of transport. Two lady friends that I met on the ship, Alice and Wendy, I think they were. Now this is the crossing of the equator ceremony. We are now somewhere in the Indian Ocean on the way to Perth. This was a sort of a very strange carry-on. The volunteers who volunteered to be initiated were doused with shaving cream, flour and all sorts of things, and then they were washed under that huge shower there. It was sort of a kind of a weird sort of ceremony, in my opinion. This fellow, he had to do push-ups for the look of it. The two gentlemen the dark gentlemen were actually fellows who were body painted with dark brown paint. And as you can imagine, it was very, very hot. This is another poor lady who was submitted to all this strange torture. All of the flour and everything else is washed off in that big shower.